Hello and welcome back to Data Analysis and Visualization. I'm Javita Christie, and in this video, I'm going to continue to talk about data science for driving growth in e-commerce, which I also talked about in the previous video. But this video specifically focuses on sales funnel, what sales funnel is, and also how web analytics can be used for acquisition. So let's begin by discussing what is sales funnel, which sales funnel are different layers that are available to increase sales, or different layers of sales. And in this, the first layer is acquisition, where your brand acquires new users in the form of website visitors. And these new users are oftentimes acquired by social media marketing, search engine marketing, search engine optimization, content marketing, or partnerships. The next layer involves activation. So here the acquired users activate, and activation means either subscribing to emails on your website, or subscribing to RSS feeds or social followings. For example, maybe liking your Facebook page or following you on Twitter or Instagram. The next layer is retention. So here the activated users take some sort of action, such as accepting an offer or responding to a call to action within your email marketing campaign. So if you are sending regular emails, if the users have already activated, which means they are active users, they have subscribed to your emails, and you send some email and they end up clicking on one of those things in your email, then that would be retention. Next, we have referral. So the retained users, they refer new users to your brand's acquisition layer. So this is now, we were at the acquisition level layer, and then we have active users, retained users, and then next is referral. So in this position, the users are in this layer, the users are in a position to recommend your brand to somebody else and bring them also to your website, to the acquisition layer. And lastly, there is revenue. So in this case, the users make choices or purchases that generate revenue for you and your website. And here you can see a diagram depicting the same, and you can see as it proceeds from the beginning till the end, there are less number of people because obviously the acquisition layer contains more people, which means those are the people visiting your website, but it's not necessary that all of them will convert into active users. So the users that activate are a little bit less than the ones that are acquired. And then retention is even lesser than even activation, because the users that have activated and you are sending them regular updates either on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or through emails, they may not necessarily take any action after receiving those things. And so, but however, these are the users that might refer if they are taking some action. If they are at the retention layer, then these are the users that have taken some action, and they might also refer your brand to other users, and that's why your acquisition layer will gain more users. You can see here your acquisition layer will gain more users by a referral given by the users at the retention layer. And finally, the smallest layer, the layer containing the least number of people, is the final layer, which is the layer that generates revenue. This is the layer where users make some purchase from your e-commerce site and generate revenue for you. So this is the sales funnel. And in this sales funnel, we are going to angle in on analytics, how analytics can help in this sales funnel to increase sales. So first of all, what is web analytics? It can be described as the practice of generating, collecting, and making sense of internet data in order to optimize web design and strategy. It provides fast and clear results that gauge e-commerce growth strategy effectiveness. And it is a diagnostic tool to get to know your audience, to understand their preferences, to start doing more of what works, and to stop doing the things that clearly don't work. Some of the popular web analytics applications I've listed down here. One of them is Google Analytics that you can find on this link given here, which is google.com/analytics. And it is a free, easy to use, powerful web analytics tool. It is great for monitoring not only the volumes of traffic that come to your website over time, but also the demographics and summary statistics on your visitors, your website referral sources, your visitor flow patterns, and real-time visitor behavior analytics, and much more. Google Analytics can also show you benchmarking analytics that provide insights about how your website's performance compares to the performance of other websites which are in your industry. So if you're selling electronics, then how does your website fare compared to other websites selling electronics? Next, we have Adobe Analytics. This is available on this link given above. You can check it out. And here you can use Adobe Analytics for marketing attribution, mobile app performances, social media marketing performances, also ROI investigation. ROI stands for return on investment investigation, and real-time visitor monitoring. Next tool is IBM Digital Analytics, which is available on the link given above. It is a perfect platform for integrating performance data from all your business's web channels, from data generated by website guests visiting using personal computers to mobile visitor statistics and even social media channel performance. It helps you to put all these things together in one platform. IBM Digital Analytics offers powerful analytics capabilities to keep you informed of real-time and historical visitor behaviors, as well as relevant cross-channel interactions. The platform also offers marketing attribution and tag management capabilities. Next, we have Google Tag Manager, which you can find on google.com/tag manager. This allows you to put website tags, which are code snippets, which you attach to your website in order to get data to use for third-party analytics applications. And they can help you to measure and manage the effectiveness of your internet marketing campaigns. But the process of putting these tags on your website might lead to some errors, and that's why it requires some coding expertise. The next application is SumAll, which is available on sumall.com, which is great for tracking Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Google Analytics metrics. It also offers analytics tracking options for many different e-commerce platforms, banking platforms, operational management platforms, and more. There are several other tools. I'm not going to describe them in detail, but I'm going to provide the links so you can go and check them out for yourself. One such tool is Facebook Page Insights, which is definitely meant for analyzing Facebook. Pinterest Analytics, used with Pinterest. Iconosquare Statistics, used for Instagram. Google URL Shortener, which is used for link tracking. It is available on this website. Now we are going to move on to how you can access analytics for acquisitions. Remember, acquisition was the first layer in the sales funnel. So analytics for acquisitions provide a measure and gauge of the effectiveness of your user acquisition tactics. If you want to optimize your brand's channels, to glean a deeper understanding of your audiences or to evaluate the performance of your growth tactics, then you should look to user acquisition analytics. It will allow you to understand how users are acquired and whether or not what you are doing is enough or good or not enough. So this involves audience discovery by taking a close look at your web analytics and the sources from which your new users are being acquired. You can infer an idea about the interests of users in each of your channels. So you can understand how users are interested in your channels and why, what brings users to your channels, because you have several channels for one e-commerce website. So that is audience discovery. Next is channel optimization. So once you have discovered insights about your channel audiences, you can use those insights to optimize your channel. So if you find out that there is something in your channel that people are more attracted to, maybe you could add more of that to your channel. So you could design your channels and offerings that you extend along with them so that they can better align with the preferences of uh, each audience channel. Next is optimized social growth strategies. So social media networks are brand channels. Each network functions for its own purpose, and the preferences of audience members in different networks tend to differ, even if the niche is the same. So a niche is a particular segment or a small group of audiences that are involved or that like a specific thing. So an example of this, of how social growth strategies can be optimized is, if you have content about news events on Twitter, then it's going to perform better than news events on Facebook, because Twitter audience is more um, involved with news and prefers to get content related to news. But audiences on Facebook are there to seek entertainment and to be inspired rather than get news content. So news content will not fare so well on Facebook network, but it will fare well on Twitter and vice versa. And what's more, your specific audiences, they have their own particular interests and nuances per social network. So it's not just about how they are associated with your e-commerce website, but also how they are associated with other channels that your website provides. You can use social analytics to deduce the interests of your audiences per social channel, and then you can use that information to optimize your efforts there. So if you know that Twitter audience generally prefers news items, then you might provide more news items over there to attract more Twitter audience. And you can also use social network analytics to identify the main influencers in your niche so that you can begin forging friendships and strategic alliances. Once you know what your users need and what your users require on a particular platform, you will be able to better provide to their needs. So for example, if you had an Instagram channel, then you would know that the users coming over here to Instagram would require more photographs, and you would post more photographs in order to do better on that channel. If your e-commerce site had YouTube channels, then you might want to know what exactly the people involved want, what kind of groups they are involved in. So it is also about not just about e-commerce, but also about social network analysis, finding what different groups of people want from your website, from your channel. And once you know that these are the groups of people and this is what they want, then you might want to add more of that to your e-commerce website as well as to your channels, and that will help you to better attract audiences to your business. And this is how you can access analytics for acquisitions and optimize your social growth strategies. And that's it for this video. I'll be back with the next video where I'll talk a little bit more about how data science can be used for driving growth in e-commerce and some more strategies and platforms involved in this process. So I hope to see you in the next video, and thank you for watching this one.